my friends, and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. In yesterday's video, we finally completed our search for the Urt of Sacred Ashes and did receive our allotted pinch of ashes. Today we're going to head to Redcliffe to see if we can cure the Arl, and then after that, I don't really know what we're going to do. So, I am not in the same place I left off. I did come back to camp, nothing happened, so I didn't leave it in. And I figure let's bring Zevran.
Yes.
Well, let's definitely bring Alistair.
Yes.
And we'll definitely bring Wynn.
Yes.
Let's not bring Zevran.
Indeed.
Let's bring Liliana. I remember there being a chest that need to be opened. Wow, that blight is spreading quite high. Basically, this whole road is blocked. Okay, but I need to go to Redcliffe Castle, I think. And then we'll go down to the village maybe afterwards, because I think there were a couple of the Chanter's Board or other quests that I needed to do. Let's save. Oh, Alistair needs to be leveled. Oh, Wynn, can you give us run fasties, please? Oh, no, I guess not. Darn. Oh well, it's fine. We can run normally.
On it.
Hope there wasn't like a time limit on this. I think it would say so if there was a time limit. But we'll find out soon enough, I guess. Okay. Van Tegan.
You return. Might you have news?
I found the urn.
You have? Wonderful. Let us go at once to Eamon's side and see if the urn's healing powers live up to their reputation.
Where am I?
Be calm, brother. You have been deathly ill for a very long time. Do you remember nothing?
Tegan? What are you doing here? Where is Isolde?
I am here, my husband.
And Connor? Where is my boy? Where is our son?
He lives, though many others are dead. There is much to tell you, husband.
Dead? Then it was not a dream.
Much has happened since you fell ill, brother. Some of it will not be easy for you to hear.
Then tell me. I wish to hear all of it. This is most troubling. There is much to be done, that is true. But I should first be thankful to those who have done so much. Grey Warden, you have not only saved my life, but kept my family safe as well. I am in your debt. Will you permit me to offer you a reward for your service?
If you'd like, I won't object. Honestly, I need your help against the blight, and that's... no, I kind of might need something else, so yeah, I'll take it.
Then allow me to declare you and those traveling with you champions of Redcliffe. You will always be a welcome guest within these halls. And for you, Warden, a shield of the same make as those that have been given to our finest knights.
Thank you. But there is much else to do now.
Indeed. We have no way of knowing what Loghain will do once he learns of your recovery.
Loghain instigates a civil war even though the Darkspawn are on our very doorstep. Long I have known him. He is a sensible man, one who never desired power.
I was there when he announced he was taking control of the throne, Eamon. He is mad with ambition, I tell you.
Mad indeed. Mad enough to kill Cailan, to attempt to kill myself and destroy my lands. Whatever happened to him, Loghain must be stopped. What's more, we can scarce afford to fight this war to its bitter end.
But you can unite the nobility against Loghain, can't you?
I could unite those opposing Loghain, yes. But not all oppose him. He has some very powerful allies. We have no time to wage a campaign against him. Someone must surrender if Ferelden is to have any chance at fighting the Darkspawn.
That's a good point. Then Loghain must capitulate.
I agree. Loghain will pay for his heinous crimes, but our armies must be reserved for the Darkspawn, not for each other. I will spread word of Loghain's treachery, both here and against the king. But it will be but a claim made without proof. Those claims will give Loghain's allies pause, but we must combine it with a challenge Loghain cannot ignore. We need someone with a stronger claim to the throne than Loghain's daughter, the Queen.
Are you referring to Alistair, brother? Are you certain?
I would not propose such a thing if we had an alternative, but the unthinkable has occurred.
I mean, to be honest, I don't know if Alistair would make a good king. He doesn't even want to lead the Grey Wardens now, and he's actually the one who's been a Grey Warden longer. Well, let's try and stay neutral. You intend to put Alistair forward as king?
Tegan and I have a claim through marriage, but we would seem opportunists no better than Loghain. Alistair's claim is by blood.
And what about me? Does anyone care what I want?
You have a responsibility, Alistair. Without you, Loghain wins. I would have to support him for the sake of Ferelden. Is that what you want?
But I... No, my lord.
I see only one way to proceed. I will call for a landsmeet, a gathering of all of Ferelden's nobility in the city of Denerim. There, Ferelden can decide who shall rule, one way or another. Then the business of fighting our true foe can begin. What say you to that, my friend? I do not wish to proceed without your blessing.
Well, what's to stop Loghain from just attacking Redcliffe in the meantime?
Why do you think he had me poisoned? He wanted me gone without having to confront me directly. If I call for a landsmeet, refusing the compromise and attacking Redcliffe will only support our accusations. I'm sure he'd rather I died from the poison. Had the demon not interfered, that's exactly what would have happened.
Do you think this landsmeet idea is even going to work?
That depends. If we cannot get a consensus in the landsmeet for Alistair, we cannot afford to oppose Loghain either. Does that mean Loghain could win? A man who killed his own king, who has gone mad with power? Perhaps. We must see that he does not.
And what would happen if we just all got behind Loghain instead?
I hope that's a joke.
I mean, it's a question.
I hope it does not come to that. If you are suggesting surrender, consider that he has already sought your death. You think he will spare you, knowing what you know?
I'm not saying we surrender, I just wanted to ask the question. What about all of the Darkspawn in the meantime? They're just going to hang out and wait for us to get to them?
Ferelden must stand united to defeat the Darkspawn. A fractured nation will not defeat the Blight, even given my army and those gathered with your treaties.
So what are my options?
You have already found allies, but we need those to fight Darkspawn. I truly believe the landsmeet is our best option. We could attempt to wage a military campaign against Loghain, but even if we win, would we have enough left to defeat the Darkspawn?
Probably not.
No, but neither would Loghain.
Perhaps Loghain gambles on this attitude, that everyone will decide facing the Darkspawn is more vital than facing him, so that he leads us against the Horde.
Well, it seems we have little choice right now. I don't want to consider killing Loghain because I feel like that's just kind of a cop-out.
Very well. I will send out the word. But before we proceed, I believe there is the matter of the mage, my son's tutor. He still lives, I understand.
He does. He is in the dungeon, brother.
Have him brought here, Tegan. I wish to see him. Jowan, what you have done is not in question. You tried to assassinate me and set into motion a series of events that nearly destroyed everything I cherish. What have you to say in your own defense?
Nothing, my lord. Other than to say I am sorry. I expect no mercy for what I've done.
I see. Grey Warden, have you anything to say on Jowan's behalf?
Well, he did cooperate willingly, though he did have little choice at the time. He does seem in earnest in his desire to repent, but he tried to kill you. Not a good person. So I'll go with number one. He has cooperated willingly, though he has had little choice.
You damn him with faint praise, I see. Then there is nothing more to say. Jowan, I hereby sentence you to death. May the Maker show you the mercy we cannot.
Thank you, my lord.
Now, back to the matter of the Landsmeet.
That's it?
It will take some time to recall my forces and organize our allies. I would prefer to wait until that is done before calling the Landsmeet. In the meantime, I suggest you pursue the remainder of the Grey Warden treaties. We will need all the allies we can get if we are to defeat the Darkspawn Horde.
Hero of Redcliffe. And I have a champion specialization just by doing that. That's nice. And I leveled. Codex updated. You brought Andraste's ashes back from the hidden temple in the mountains. The ashes worked as the legend said they would, and Arl Eamon has recovered. He has learned of the terrible things that happened while he was unconscious and plans to call the Landsmeet in Denerim. When you are ready to leave for Denerim, speak to Arl Eamon in Castle Redcliffe. Now I have a new quest called Gather the Army. Arl Eamon has been revived and plans to call a Landsmeet. In the meantime, you must gather your allies using the signed Grey Warden treaties. Okay. I didn't mean for Jowan to die, but let's look at this sword, or this shield. Electricity resistance. I wonder what it looks like. Yeah, you know. I feel like I like my Grey Warden shield a little bit better, but it's fine. Well, let's not talk to Arl Eamon. Let's talk to
My
Isolde.
husband lives thanks to you. I am grateful.
You're welcome.
You have restored Eamon. I am most grateful. It's up to him what happens next. If anyone can force an end to the civil war, he can.
Still don't really like Isolde that much. But, whatever. Okay, let's go to... I think there was a couple things in the village that I could do. But if there aren't, then I'll cut it all out. I could have sworn there was... Blackstone Irregulars, Notices of Death. Yes, there's one... Oh yeah, Irenia. She was in the... Oh, who are you guys? Captain?
Hail, Grey Warden.
Hello.
We all have to fight if we're going to survive the Blight.
You bet your butts we do. Well, let's go to the village. Oh yeah, that's the dungeon's entrance, I think. I don't know what's taken so long. I was just down the street, basically. But Irenia was here.
Yes?
I'm sorry to tell you that your husband has passed away.
No, I can't believe this. I won't.
It's my mother's voice again. And Jetta's still here. Okay, so I probably cut out a bunch of my running around in Redcliffe because there was lots of quest markers to turn quests in, but none were actually available. So I really just went and informed Irenia that her husband had passed away or had died. And now, with the rest of the time, I want to talk to my companions. I really want to talk to Morrigan some more since her mother's death and see what she has to say.
I wish to ask a question of you.
Go ahead.
I wish to know your opinion of love.
Oh, that's, my opinion?
You and I have been intimate, for one. We have been close for some time now. You are impressive in many ways, and you even protected me from Flemeth without hope of reward. I feel anxious when I look upon you. I dislike this sense of dependency. 'Tis a weakness I abhor. If this is love, I wish to ascertain that you do not feel the same.
Oh, but what if I do love you?
Then we are both fools, and we need to do something immediately. I have allowed myself to become too close. This is a weakness for us both.
I wouldn't say that love is a weakness, Morgan.
You are not listening to me. Do not be such a fool. This is for your own good. I am not like other women. I am not worth your distraction, and you are not worth mine.
You know, I think Edward's gonna think she's definitely worth his distraction. So you are worth my distraction, Morgan, because you're amazing.
You are impossible. Have it your way, but I will tell you truly now. You will regret it in the end.
Oh. She still loves me. Well, let's talk to Morgan again and see what happens.
I have something for you.
What do you mean?
I mean that I have a gift for you. 'Tis a ring. Now, before you get any foolish notions, let me explain. Flemeth once gave me the ring because it allowed her to find me no matter where I went, in case I was ever captured by hunters. I disabled its power as soon as we left the wilds. Recently, however, I thought to change it. Now, I will be able to find whoever wears it instead.
Oh, that's really sweet. Thanks, Morgan.
It is not given out of sentimentality. I believe you are too important to risk. If you were captured, this ring would allow the rest of us to find you quickly.
Okay. Does it do anything else?
Flemeth used to say that 'twas a link between us, one that I presumed worked both ways. I never tested it, but I doubt she would have lied over such a thing, so it would mean I am linked to you as much as you to I.
So I can find you if need be then too.
I do not know. As I said, I never tested it. Perhaps.
So you're giving it to me out of pure practicality, no other emotions.
I have no desire to see us part company so soon. Not unless we wish to, that is. Do not read more into it than is there. You have supplied me with equipment. Certainly this is not so very different, is it?
No, but I am glad to see that you care enough about me to give me a ring.
Now you are mocking me. Do you wish the ring or not? I am tempted to simply keep it.
Thank you for the gift, my Lady Morgan.
You are welcome. Perhaps it will be useful someday.
What does her ring say? Morgan's ring, +2 willpower. So random. Thank you, Morgan. I won't sell it, but I'm not going to wear it. And I am maxed out with her.
Your desire?
Oh, I'd like to discuss something personal.
We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Would you care to join me in my tent?
I think not.
Is there something wrong?
Because something must be amiss with me in order to refuse your charms. You'll have to forgive me if I do not leap at your command like a trained warhound.
Morgan, you know I don't expect you to leave at my command.
I do not wish to discuss it. Leave me be.
Oh, she doesn't... That kind of makes me sad that she doesn't want to be alone with Edward anymore. I wonder what happened. Well, I'm going to give out some gifts to my friends here. Oh, look, there's a new person. Lieutenant Cadrium.
On your order, Grey Warden.
Do you need anything?
The Jarl was generous, but rushed. Certain areas could see improvement. We're a mercenary force, Warden. Much of our equipment is self-financed. Were you to commit additional funds, we'd upgrade as we saw the need.
Okay.
On your order, Grey Warden.
This will be different from guarding the Arl.
We are aware, but these men and women know what's at stake. They will not fail their homeland.
And then what do I have to give to you guys? Oh, coin. I did give the circle some runes that I didn't need anymore last time I was here. Well, I'm going to give out gifts, and then maybe we'll talk to Alistair, or... I haven't done Sten's personal quest yet. Maybe I should do that next. I don't know. But I'm going to talk to everybody else and see what else they have to say.
Do you remember our discussion?
Yes, of course I remember our discussion.
I just wanted to tell you that I thought about what you told me, and you were right. I didn't want to admit it, even to myself, but those years in Lothering, I yearned for the freedom and the recklessness that I knew in Orlais. The Maker made the world beautiful, but he also made it dangerous. To really experience it, I have to embrace this, not hide away in some nunnery.
I'm glad that you have realized this, Liliana.
Sometimes, it takes another to show us the truths we hide from ourselves.
It was my pleasure to help you out.
I'm glad I left Lothering in your company. You have proven a true friend, and I thank the Maker for you.
Well, that's great. I'm glad she's okay with being her... what I feel like is her normal bardic self, you know? So that's a good thing, I think.
She's a lucky girl, Morrigan.
Well, not really. She has had a lot of sadness in her life. I mean, her mother is basically raising her to kill her.
That is not what I meant. She caught your eye. Though looking at her, it is not difficult to see why.
She's interesting once you get to know her. I mean, I think Morgan's kind of funny, and she's got a personality. That's why I'm not just interested in pretty faces, Liliana. I'm not shallow.
Well, I want you to know I am happy for you.
Thank you.
You've seen and touched Andraste's ashes. They are the holiest thing on this earth, the remains of the Maker's chosen.
It was quite remarkable, actually.
I do not know if I am worthy to look upon her.
Why wouldn't you be? Andraste fought for everyone. She belongs to all of us.
Yes, of course, but it still is something to be in awe of.
Yes, can you teach me, well, not me probably, but someone else to be a bard for me?
I don't think you have the correct aptitude. I could give you some pointers, though. You may be able to pass them on to someone you know. Let's just go over there, away from the others. For safety, yes? I expect there shall be daggers flying about willy-nilly for a time.
What do you think you will do when all this is over? Not that we're anywhere near it actually being over.
I have not given this a lot of thought. What will I do? We've traveled far and wide. Does it need to end?
No. I mean, I guess if I live, I'll have to rebuild the Wardens or help it, so I'll have to travel a lot. So I would like to see the world too.
There's so much out there. Adventures to be had and stories to be told. I want to be part of it all. I might need some company. And you're not too irritating. You're welcome to come along if you like.
Well, when you put it that way, how can I possibly say no?
It is settled then. You and I wandering the world, seeking our fortunes. I can't wait.
Okay, well, I finished up a bunch of conversation with Liliana. I am up to tier 4, and I just realized that all of these extra bonuses, and I'm sure there have been comments, because I do record a bit in advance, I'm sure there have been comments that these are not actually bonuses for me, they're bonuses to my party member. So, now I feel silly. But Liliana has tier 4 massive cunning. We're pretty high in friendship, so I think I'm going to stop with her for right now. But yeah, so that's where we're gonna go. I think I want to talk to Zevron, and I want to give him a gift before we do anything else. So inventory, and there was the Antivan leather boots.
That smell. This is Antivan leather, isn't it? I would know that anywhere. I don't know how you found it, but thank you.
Well, what are you waiting for? Try them on.
But I'm not finished admiring them yet. Can you smell that? Like rotting flesh. Just like back in Antiva City. Now, if only you could find me a prostitute or two, a bowl of fish chowder, and a corrupt politician, I'd really feel like I was home. And they fit as well. Marvelous.
Great. Oh, did I receive boots for... Oh, I received the boots that he was wearing. Let's see. He's now wearing... Antivan leather boots inscribed. Nice. That's a fun little thing. I like that. Okay, let's see what else Zevron may have to say.
What say you?
Care to answer some questions?
By all means.
Will you tell me about your adventures?
Well, the only one that's really worth telling is the story of the mission right before I came to Ferelden. But no, I would rather not. I shouldn't have said anything.
It's okay. I understand if you don't want to talk about it.
Thank you. Perhaps another day, huh?
Huh. I must have to wait around some. Oh, and let's talk to Shale real quickly. See if it, I don't know, Shale has anything to say. How did Wilhelm come to acquire you?
That part I know, as Wilhelm often bragged about it to whomever was willing to listen to him. He claimed to have found me in the deep roads. I was in the ruins of a Tig, he said, deactivated, with my control rod not far away.
What was he doing down in the deep roads?
It was a hobby of his, scavenging. One of the reasons he traveled so much is that he was looking for entrances into the deep roads, old places the dwarves had long forgotten. And then he would sneak down and search for magical treasure, before anyone was the wiser.
Do you know where in the deep roads this was? I don't know why that's important, but let's ask.
No, that secretive bastard refused to tell me. I would ask and ask, but no. He used to say that one day, if I were compliant and didn't talk back at his wife, he would take me there and I could look around myself. Rotten, lying bastard. If I had his head in my hands now, I would squeeze it like a giant lemon. Squish.
You don't know why you were there?
I think I remember a battle. It was long before, and then there was darkness. Bah, in short, no, I do not remember why I was there. It makes no difference.
So if he hadn't found you, I'm guessing you'd still be there, right?
I wouldn't have had to put up with the twit, and I would be none the wiser. I don't think I was aware while I was there. Not like in the village. Or perhaps I was. Perhaps that was the dark place, and I simply couldn't see anything. How long could even I sit in the darkness and stare out at nothing, never sleeping? Oh, I do not wish to think of that.
Okay, let's just move on.
On then.
Okay, well, I think I'm done. Well, done for today, basically. My girl Morrigan, I don't know if she broke up with me or not. I feel very conflicted by this, and my other friends have been great. But I think I need to stop and take a break and process. Tomorrow, I don't know what I'm going to do. I need to look through my quest log to see. Maybe we'll, I don't know, go to the dwarves next. I'm not really sure. I have to kind of figure out what I've got outstanding to do. But thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you again tomorrow with another new Dragon Age Origin video.